Hello. Hello, this is Mr. K's, and this is 22.1b. 22.1b. We've been looking at the scientific revolution and saw the problems of espousing the idea that the sun is at the center of the universe instead of the earth. We continue with the scientific method today. It was a logical procedure for gathering and testing ideas. A logical procedure for gathering and testing ideas. You would question something, you'd form a hypothesis, you'd test it, then you'd analyze. Sounds kind of like Aristotle's method back in ancient Greece. Well, to a degree, it might have been. The scientific method was advanced by two important thinkers. One is Francis Bacon, and the other is René Descartes. Let's talk about Bacon. English politician and writer. He loved science and advocated experiments. He called it empiricism, but it's experimentation. Second gentleman is a Frenchman by the name of René Descartes. René Descartes. He developed analytical geometry. Analytical geometry. He relied on math and logic, not experimentation. He relied on math and logic, not experimentation. He said it was important to doubt something first until it was proven. He's kind of like a skeptic. Doubt something first until you can prove it. And he uttered the famous statement, "I think, therefore I am. I think, therefore I am." Over in England, we have Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton. He was an English scientist, and he is associated with a single theory of motion. Single theory of motion in the law of gravity. Newton's greatest discovery was that the same force ruled the motions of the planets, the pendulum, and all other matter on Earth and space. His greatest discovery was that the same force ruled all the motions of the planets, the pendulum, and all other matter on Earth and space. He is espousing the idea that there is an ordered universe, that there are universal laws. All right, the scientific revolution spreads. I just want to show you some folks that have invented certain scientific instruments that become important. Zacharias Janssen invented the microscope. He invented the microscope. He was a Dutch eyeglass maker, but he invented a workable microscope. Anton van Leeuwenhoek was a Dutch scientist, and he observed bacteria and red blood cells. So these guys are observing a whole new world under a microscope. Evangelista Torricelli developed the mercury barometer, B-A-R-O-M-E-T-E-R, barometer, that measured the air pressure. Gabriel Fahrenheit invented the mercury thermometer, and yes, the scale for Fahrenheit is named after him. And then Anders Celsius, he created another scale for the thermometer. Can you guess what that's called? Obviously, it's Celsius or centigrade. Turning our attention to medicine in the human body. Galen was an ancient Greek doctor, and yet he is going to make an assumption here. He assumes that animals and human bodies were similar. Animals and human bodies were similar because it wasn't cool to cut into dead bodies. People did not know what really the human anatomy looked like. Until in the Enlightenment, Andreas Vesalius was a doctor who dissected the human body, and published the observations about it. He dissected the human body because now it's okay to cut into the body, and publish observations. Kind of ghoulish, huh? William Harvey did work regarding the heart. The heart he saw as a blood pump. The heart was a blood pump, and he worked on blood vessels. His work was on blood vessels in the heart. Edward Jenner was associated with smallpox vaccine that was developed from cowpox, a common disease. Smallpox was very deadly, and so his work there is going to eventually save a lot of lives. Discoveries in chemistry included Robert Boyle. He is the founder of modern chemistry. Boyle's law explains how volume, temperature, and pressure of gas affect each other. He did work on volume, temperature, and pressure, how the changes there affect each other of gas. Joseph Priestley is associated with separating one pure gas from air. One pure gas from air. And Antoine Lavoisier coined the term oxygen. O-X-Y-G-E-N. So we're seeing scientific revolutions spreading here with the invention of scientific instruments. This is Mr. Kays with 22.1b. I'm out.